Paul Azinger, former U.S. Ryder Cup captain, has criticized Rory McIlroy for what he sees as hypocrisy in calling for golf to be held to a higher standard of decorum during last week's event at Bethpage Black. McIlroy and his wife, Erica, had been subjected to repeated abuse from the crowd, including chants directed at Rory and personal attacks toward Erica, even being struck by a thrown beer cup. The Northern Irishman received an official apology from U.S. Ryder Cup officials earlier this week, with PGA of America CEO Derek Sprague stating the behavior is not good for the game of golf and promising to do better. Despite the apology, Azinger highlighted a perceived double standard. He pointed out that McIlroy swore back at fans during the matches and later admitted in a press conference that hitting a ball to 2 feet after repeated heckling felt pretty good. Azinger argued that McIlroy cannot demand higher standards from fans while simultaneously lashing out at them. You can't say the fans need to behave better and then in the meantime lay them to waste. You can't do both, Azinger said, noting that McIlroy must choose one stance or the other. The former Ryder Cup star, speaking on Golf.com's Subpar podcast, emphasized that while he admires McIlroy, the inconsistency undermines the message. He described the crowd's behavior at Bethpage as predictable, adding that the PGA of America must have known the intensity and passion of U.S. fans, joking about the $16 beers and how they might have fueled the chaos. Azinger also remarked that Europe nearly faltered despite only needing 2 points from 11 matches, though their strong start secured the win and prevented a more devastating outcome for the Americans. Tom Watson, U.S. Ryder Cup legend, also condemned the fan behavior, calling it shameful. Azinger, no stranger to high-stakes Ryder Cup drama, drew parallels to his own past experiences, including the intense 1991 War on the Shore and his captaincy in 2008. He suggested the Bethpage crowd's passion was expected, but the lack of control and the personal attacks were inexcusable. The debate over decorum and fan conduct at one of golf's premier events remains a focal point, highlighting the tension between competitive intensity and maintaining respect for players and their families.